Welcome back to Cardinals franchise. Taking a look at the numbers here as we approach the final month. Bryan Woo has got his ERA down to 2.8. I mean, he's even better than he was in his Cy Young year. And he is not allowed a run in some time, since July. Last two starts have been clean, and he's gone deep into these games. Very few hits, a few walks. One earned against Cincinnati in 7 innings, struck out 11. Bryan Woo might win back-to-back Cy Youngs and do so in different leagues. How impressive would that be? Looking at the current MVP voting, Tatis with a commanding lead, I'd imagine, over Rafael Devers. Brandon Lau also in the conversation. I really think Beach and Ellie should warrant some consideration. Currently, it's going to be a duel between Bryan Woo and Hunter Brown. We'll see who comes out on top. Hunter Brown won it last year, but so did Bryan Woo, just in the American League. Batting title, Caballero leads the NL. 335, Tatis 320, Churio 320. So, Bryant Beach probably not in play for that. What a season Tatis is having. Reliever of the year, Andres Munoz is right there. And in fact, he might end up with more saves than Palencia, and obviously will have more strikeouts, so we'll see what those numbers end up saying. 80 strikeouts for him is crazy. And Rookie of the Year, it looks like it's going to be Chris Valdez right now, but we've got some time left. This will be our third Rookie of the Year in the series if Chris Valdez is able to take it home. So we'll see on that. We will see on that. So, Players of the Month in the National League. We really haven't checked on these very much at all, but Chris Valdez won Rookie of the Month in April. Douglas Suzuki in May, who's really his big competition. Pitcher of the Month, Andres Munoz in June, and Chris Valdez, Rookie of the Month. Just great numbers. 325 average, 7 homers, 20 ribbies. July, he just basically did it again. He's hitting 7 home runs a month. And we'll see about August, but we know he's been good. And we're hopefully going to keep winning as much as we've been winning. But this is a big spot. Bases loaded. Victor Scott is 3 for 3 with a homer, a stolen base, and a walk. We are down to Nolan Gorman at the plate against Jorge Alcala. We used to call him Alcala. I still wish it was. But Jorge Alcala. We had him in Reds franchise, and he was awful, if I recall.
Up next for the Cardinals, the first base.
Gorman has slowed down a bit. Still hitting 250 with an 824 OPS. 24 home runs. This would be a heck of a spot for number 25. Curveball way high. Got to wait for your pitch. Come on, Gorman. Change up down the middle. Good timing. Misses it. Incoming double play. That'd be tough with 2 outs, but we'll see.
At the ball.
Walk would be okay here, too. Don't want to force anything. Fastball at the knees. Strike 2. I think Gorman's due for a big moment. Fastball high, ball 3. Baez on deck. Good numbers with runners in scoring position this year. I'm going to step out of the box. Make him think about it. Make him think about it. He's walked and singled today. I wouldn't mind a walk here. Wouldn't mind a single. Ellie will score from second. And that is ball 4. Gorman with the RBI walk. And we will pinch run. So Jay-Z does run a little bit better. And here's Josh Baez. Do we pull Josh Baez? The answer, without question, is yes. Riley Green will pinch hit. He's got 25 home runs himself. This is a big, big moment Bases juiced. Chance to be a hero. He pops up over the Cardinal dugout. Strike one. That's all that is. It's a hanger. Hit down the left field line. Foul again. That is a cement mixer slider at 90 right down the middle. Cannot miss those. Fastball by him. Strike three. Mets win it. Not what we wanted to see. Danny Wright, 2 for 5, a homer and a double. Bryant Beach, 3 for 4 with a double. His average back over 300. 2 walks, 2 Ks for Chris Valdez. There might not be a better hitter in the sport than Danny Wright right now. Bryant Beach was caught stealing twice. Chris Bubich got destroyed. We got to be better. Danny Wright has brought his average up to 287. 21 home runs. Danny Wright somehow might get to 30 home runs. That would be wild. Ellie apparently is ice cold, as is Riley Green. So maybe we should have moved Danny Wright up in the lineup. But I like having this guy hitting 5th. He's been killer from this spot. Hopefully can continue to be. Looking for win number 85. And let's check out Danny Wright. He's been the best hitter in baseball. He basically hits a home run every day, sometimes multiple. Over the last 6 games, he's got 6 home runs, hitting .423. 1636 OPS. He's been unbelievable. He'll face Justin Armbruster, who's been pretty bad in just 10 innings. Ton of time to turn that around, though. Danny Wright will get an AB here in the first inning. Runner on second, already 1 run across. Fastball misses up. Danny Wright has 8 homers in his last 10 games. And Chris Valdez doubled to score Riley Green after a double. So, showing some pop here against Armbruster, and it's nice to see Riley Green get it going. We need him for the postseason, no question. Danny smokes that one foul. Just a little bit late right now here against these Met pitchers. Armbruster throws hard, if nothing else. Time that one up, but it's a fastball up in the zone, which for some reason with timing hitting seems to be unhittable. 1-2. That is a meatball changeup, but the pitch speeds are so different. When you can throw a 97 mile per hour fastball and then drop down to a 78 mile per hour changeup, very, very different. There's 95 at the top of the zone, maybe just above it. Danny stays alive. Cutter taken in. Change up taken down. Very good at bat. J.J. Weatherholt's got the average above 240 right now, which doesn't sound great, but he's actually hot at the plate. He was below 220. Danny Wright continues to stay alive. Well-located fastball up and in. This is pitch number 9 of the at-bat. Either way, very good at-bat for Danny Wright. We'll see pitch number 10. Obviously want to put some of these in play and hit it hard, but Armbruster really, despite allowing a run and a couple of doubles, hasn't thrown that many pitches. And Danny Wright will win the battle and work the walk.
Batting fifth, the second baseman.
That's a great at-bat. 0-2. Come on, JJ. Make good contact here. Oh, we're going to get that down. Diving effort and left. No good. JJ Weatherholt will have at least 2. He's headed to 3. 2 runs will score. And he might have had an inside the park home run if he read that throw.
Batting seventh.
It's going to be a bases clearing triple for J.J. Weatherholt. It's 3-0
Next
Cardinals.
to the Cardinals, the designated hitter.
Arn Brewster's still in the game here
Right.
after a 10-pitch at bat his last time up. We'll do it again. Ball hit hard, deep to right field. Pulled foul a little bit early. He has 14 RBIs in his last 10 games. Slider misses up and in. Very professional takes here against Arn Brewster. Cutter down. Right early again. He's looking to straighten it out. We don't want our hardest contact to be in the seats foul. We want to be in the seats fair. Very good changeup. Could have been 2-2, but foul ball. And strike 3. Fastball up and away gets Danny right. Arn Brewster's been all fastball, but he's got the job done. We'll see Michael Grove. I think former Dodger pitcher. Runner takes off for second base. It's Chris Valdez, but right first pitch swinging. Slider maybe catches the zone. 0-2. Seen a lot of sliders here from Grove. There's the fastball. Right. Shoots it foul. A lot of foul balls. We're just looking to time it up, do some damage. Tough to do that 0-2. 1-2, maybe things start to look a little bit better. See if Chris Valdez can get in a scoring position. That would be great, too. 2-2. He took Beach's powers. Bryant Beach has been awesome, too, lately. Just went 0 for 11 against the Phillies, but he's been incredible before and after. Awesome slider, right swings through it. Back-to-back strikeouts. And we're still really not capable of scoring that many runs. 3-1 still. Good timing, foul ball. Please put it in play. 0-2. Come on, Danny. Stay hot. Fly ball to right center. Easy play for the center fielder. Or not AJ. No. Definitely doesn't look like AJ Ewing. And the Mets have tied it in the 9th. 3-3. Runner at third. Nobody out. And Abrams does not try and tag. Ball was too shallow.
Up next for the Mets. Up next for the Cardinals.
But we take the lead. We force extras after holding them. And what has happened in extra innings to make it 5-3? H.A. Ewing homer, right? Riley Green homer. Scored the ghost runner De La Cruz. Chris Valdez strikes out looking.
Right.
Danny 0 for 3 today. Great time for a homer. Thought that was going to drop a lot more. And these at-bats are tough, man. Slider down the middle. Late. 0-2. Get on it, Danny. Come on. 1-2. Just got to be able to time up these mistakes when we see them.
Oh.
12-6 just misses. 2-2. Danny Wright swings and misses. Another strikeout. See if Munoz can get the save. 0-2 to Clifford. He's 0 for 4. And make that 0 for 5. Munoz, jump throw. Game over, Cards win. Tough outing for Danny Wright. The last couple of player lives have not gone especially well. 3-hit day for Chris Valdez with a double. Riley Green, 2 for 5 with a homer and a double. And that's kind of a cooler on Danny Wright. Not what you want. Ellie's homered in this game. He's 3 for 4. And Danny Wright will come up. Bottom 10, 1 out. Riley Green at second base. It'll be Wright against Carpenter. Only 1 hit today. It seems like the home run streak kind of came to a close against the Mets. Does have a homer against the Yankees already, though. So he's still just managing to hit the ball out. And first pitch swinging. We're often first pitch swinging. It's a changeup that seems hittable. Just early. Foul ball. Sweeping curveball up in the zone. Good timing. We got to keep this straight. One and 2. Base hit will tie it in the 10th. We need one. Riley Green's not stealing third. Ground ball to second. Yeah, we advanced the runner. We still need that hit. We'll see if we can get one. It'll be J.J. Weatherholt. 1 for 6 in the series with a home run. Need a hit to tie it, otherwise we lose.
That's a ball.
He's got the average up to 243. Hitless today. Has walked. Changeup. Again, good timing. Maybe slightly early, but it says good. Foul ball. Early pulled foul. 1 and 2. It is so hard to put the ball in play fair. But we've done it! Weatherholt back up the middle. Base hit to tie it at 5. Let's go, JJ. Big hit. Can Joshua Baez win it? Extra base hit could score Weatherholt. A little late on the cutter, maybe? Yep. He struck out a couple of times today. 0 for 4, double play as well. Just can't seem to time up that cutter. Come on, Baez. It's not even a particularly hard cutter. Baez hits righties well enough. 2 and 2. We haven't seen a walk-off homer in some time. We may not see one for a very long time. 2 and 2, we'll do it again.
That's ball 3.
We've worked it back full. Rangniel's up next, has 2 singles tonight. He's been, again, one of our hottest hitters. I'd say our hottest if Danny Wright didn't exist. And that is ball 4. Do we let Rangniel hit here? He's 4 for 7 in the series. It's just Herrera has been so much better. And it's a clutch spot. I like that Rangniel's hitting again. He's just not the same clutch hitter that Ivan Herrera is. So we're going to make the change. He got a 950 OPS this year, 14 homers, 40 ribbies. Really mostly playing against lefties, but again, he's a clutch hitter. This is the guy I want up right now. Swings and misses at the first one. 0-1. Can't hold back on the changeup. 0-2. All right, let's work it back. You saw his numbers, 383 with runners in scoring position. I mean, got to be one of the better guys in the league. Rangniel's been great, but Herrera's been that guy. Those numbers were over 400, so he hasn't stayed as consistent. He'll grab a new bat as the cutter shatters that one.
We got time.
2-2. I mean, Carpenter's losing steam. He's tired. He's not confident. He's on the verge of making a mistake. Don't bail him out. Popped him up on the cutter. And that is the third out of the inning. Stays at 5. Mick Abel in the game. We'll try to hold him here. Travis Bazana at the plate. Yankees made a trade for him. And he's going to do the job here. That's going to score a run. Unbelievable. Got him 0-2, and Abel just can't finish him. He's not able to. Sinker below the zone. How does Bazana hit that? And that looked like a strike. Just misses. Stevenson chases the high fastball. Fouls this one back. How about a strikeout?
That's ball 2.
I just don't know how you take that. Get 2 strikes. Can't take that one, though. Strike 3.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22.
Since we're the home team, as Ben Rice is hitting 8th. Fire boom, dude. Ben Rice can't believe that. He's actually kind of bad at challenging these in real life, but wins this one.
Ball.
That's a curveball that hung. Ben Rice hits it very hard and very foul.
Nope, that's a ball.
Fastball misses. Double play gets us out of it. It's not the worst to go down by 1 at home in extras.
Nope.
We have the
Ball
ghost
4.
runner. Although we just put another in a scoring position. That's not ideal.
Hey!
Let's get that double play, Mick. Get us out of it. Chopper. Weatherholt can't get an out anywhere. These slow dribblers back up the middle are going to kill me. And now we face the leadoff hitter, Aaron Judge. It just doesn't seem good. It really does not seem good.
Ball, that's inside. Ball
We've
3.
lost the zone. Completely have lost the zone. Lindor on deck.
Hey!
Sinker just lands. Not that we aimed it there. Or there. 2 strikes. Struck him out! Mick Abel battles back. Judge throws the bat. He would never do that.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop.
Lindor 0 for 5 with a strikeout. I don't think Abel's staying in for this. We don't have a bullpen. I mean, we could go to Munoz, who's not ready. We're going to go to Munoz. This is the big spot. I know we're not in a save situation, but he's our best closer, our best reliever. He says he's cold. He's not cold. Or shouldn't have been. All right, this is a big spot in this game. Munoz against Lindor. Runners on. Wanted to go to our best pitcher. And that's what Andres Munoz is. He's unfortunately quite cold. It said he was like half warm. Not really. But this is as warm as he's going to get. Munoz against Lindor. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him.
That's a ball.
That's ball 1. Lindor has a 9-game hit streak and is 0 for 5 today. Slider gets him. Fly ball deep to right field. It's a grand slam. Yankees take the lead 10-5. No, this is not the World Series. It's a random game in August. It still hurts. Now, that's only going to be 1 earned for Munoz, but That hurts for Abel. And I don't even know if that's that bad of a pitch. Lindor is just awesome. That sucks.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Now pitching for the
We are battling a bit here. First and third, nobody out.
third baseman, number 13.
Yankees bring on Emiliano Teodo.
Ball, that's
Fastball misses in. Come on, Bryant. 1 for 4 today. It's a big moment. That's a hanger. Beach to right field. Please. Dominguez is not catching that. I've seen him play the outfield. No, I'm not a hater. I love Jason Dominguez. We'll get there. Ellie 3 for 4 with a homer. 2 singles. I don't know how that one stayed in the yard, man. That was a good pitch to hit. Timed up, hit fairly hard.
Did he go?
Teodo got very lucky. Very lucky. You can't hit a homer every time up. I get that. Would have been nice, though. They're worried about the speed of Victor Scott. Because, yeah, when you're up 4 in extra innings, man, that runner on first is a real problem. Please drop. I don't think it's gonna. Ellie's gonna fly out. We're down to our final out. Volpe is a good defender. Here's Riley Green. We were trying to stay out of the double play. Doesn't really matter anymore. Scott takes second. His 27th stolen base of the year. Pretty good. That's just a don't care swing. Riley, please. We can make a comeback. Just got to make good contact.
Ball.
Nearly hit. 2 for 5. Would love a third hit here, Riley.
Nope. Outside.
2-seam misses away. How about a double here?
Ball.
And
That misses
Teodo's
out.
not even really in the zone. Chris Valdez on deck. It's a dangerous hitter, and it's a dangerous part of our order.
That's
Ball 4.
Take your base.
I said we were worried about the double play. Doesn't really matter anymore. That's because there are 2 outs. That's what that meant. I feel like most people definitely got that. Ground ball.
That's foul.
Hold foul. Homer doesn't do much for us here. Brings us back within 1, but we just need a hit or a walk. And we're going to get neither. Hard ground out to second. Yankees win. Back-to-back losses here against the Yankees. The last time we had back-to-back losses was early July. Craziness. But that's the way she goes sometimes. We're going to look to get back in the win column. AAA lineup is not good. Tell me it's not an important player injured. Trey Page. He's fine. And then Juan Bin Cho broke his ankle. We'll be okay. So there were a couple of injuries. Nothing like super significant. But Juan Bin Cho and Trey Page are going to miss some time. So we're going to take this opportunity to move around our AA lineup a little bit. And that's putting Rich Acevedo back in there and Ellis Padilla as well. 2 of our top prospects. Padilla is the number 8 prospect in baseball, number 3 in our organization. Rich Acevedo is the number 78 prospect in baseball. So 2 that are quite good, and I do want to see what these guys can do. They're still a little bit raw for the level, but so is Seamus Hassett, and we're leading him off, despite being like a pretty terrible hitter at this point. I'd like to believe that he will one day improve in that regard. We'll see if that happens. But I want those guys playing for sure. And like that, they could be the future of this team, right? So we moved Nathan Church up. We're looking a little bit thin at AAA. And he'll work in there. David Duff has brought the average up to 278. OPS at 874. I think we're going to jump in at AAA. Just a little escape from the major league level right now. It's been a little bit frustrating to lose like this and to have some of our stars that have been so hot not be that hot right now. But it's the way it goes sometimes. So we know we're going to find it again. What's not right? It's telling me something's not right. Oh, we have too many players at AA. So somebody's going to have to move down. Not really a big deal. Colton Ledbetter. We do need. We will move down Jack Findley to high A. So we're going to even things out. And we will jump to AAA finally with David Duff, the #1 prospect in baseball. He really did not hit well in the majors. Like, really, really did not. But has brought the average up to 277. It says he has a 0% strikeout and walk rate. Those are not true. Those are lies. 880 OPS. You see the numbers at the major league level. Only 9 games. It's a small sample. But to hit 152 with a 243 on base and a 364 slug, I mean, it's disgraceful, right? So, we want to see him get going. We want to see him, show that he can be the future of this team. Ben Hess on the mound here.
David.
This is the Guardians organization. He was involved in one of the big trades, I think, that sent over Travis Bazzana. And David Duff hits one deep to center field. No doubt about this one. Off the batter's eye. Welcome back. And does this potentially warrant call-up consideration? We'll
Now
see.
batting, the first baseman, number
3 homers in the series,
David
9 for 18.
Duff.
It's a great start to this game for Memphis. David Duff, deep to right center. Could be extra bases again. He's lumbering, but he's going to get there. RBI double for David Duff.
The batter, the right fielder, Mike.
His 15th of the year. Memphis takes a 4-1 lead over Columbus. Mike Antico's the batter. He'll pop up. Yeah, you can see a lot of people did not see the David Duff call-up, unfortunately.
Hey, no one better. Let's go.
In 9 games, his numbers were atrocious. But, I mean, he's working back, towards a call-up. And I've said that. He will come back up at some point. It's just weird. It's, unfortunately, there's no way to know when that's going to be at this point. This ball's popped up again. Nobody's hitting in this lineup outside of David Duff, I suppose.
Now batting, catcher.
Maybe Jimmy Crooks will.
Crooks.
3-1. We're going to steal. Moving on the pitch. David Duff trying to get third. And David Duff has stolen third base.
Third baseman.
Jimmy
Cesar.
Crooks walks and gets to second. Cesar Prieto. Base hit will score 2. Ground ball, no, line out. Lamont Trainer hitting .327 for Columbus. Hopefully David Duff can limit that. Yeah, this ball smoked. Could have a play at home here. I don't think so. We're going to take the out. At least we got him at 2. Columbus does take a 5-4 lead. And we'll see David Duff again against Ben Hess, who David Duff has pretty much owned.
Have a look.
That's his 3rd hit. Got a fastball up and away. Didn't try to do too much. Just hit it where it's pitched.
Now batting,
Here we go.
right
No one
fielder
better.
Mike Antico.
Try to steal second.
Runner!
It is the minor league, so these are not great catchers. Duff does get in a scoring position. And he is on cycle watch. If he somehow manages to triple, he's going to hit for the cycle at AAA.
Come on, slide. Get down. Get down.
And that is the inning. Still a comeback to be made here. We know that. Take a couple steps over. Once again, we're going to have a tough throw at home or an out at second, if we even can get that. And we can. 6-4 Columbus.
The batter,
David
the
Duff.
first baseman, number 35.
A triple away
David.
from the cycle, but maybe even more importantly, first and second with one out, down by 2. Go ahead run at the plate is David Duff.
That's outside.
His speed isn't great, so it could be tough to get that triple. I'd take a homer here.
Ball
I'd take a
back
hit.
outside.
A hit you'd think would score a run. Fastball up and in, jams him.
Ball
3-1. Might be a good time to unleash a power swing for the big power hitting Duff. And tried to jump on the 93-mile-per-hour fastball down the middle way too early. And he'll work the walk.
Take your bait.
Maybe looking for a complete cycle. Single, double, triple, homer, walk. Get down. That's going to be a single. Duff going to stay at 2. This game's tied. Nice piece of hitting. 6-6. SOCOM, thanks for the prime. We're just going to stay at 2 here. That ball didn't really get too far away. Chase Davis does not have good numbers with runners in scoring position this year. But a hit here could change that. No. No. That's what David Duff is going to do. Must have done something terrible in his former life, because his hell is getting to second base and then watching hitters pop out. Strike 3, looking. Yeah, he got sent down. It's pretty obvious. He only came up because Gorman was hurt and then was awful.
Ball
So he was the
inside.
natural choice to send down. But give us the go-ahead homer here, and maybe he comes back up. Way too late on the four-seam. Sean Reed Foley on the hill.
Ball.
Former big league pitcher. Smokes this to third. Hard ground out. We're going to stay tied at 6. Memphis does take the 7-6 lead, though. Should we cheat in the gap a little bit? He had really no chance. Just hit way too hard. We're going home here. Gonna have to be a perfect throw. Didn't get him. Columbus ties it at 7. Might have been smarter to get the runner out of scoring position. We need David Dooley to come in and shut this down. He's our closer and is not really able to close it. Little pop-up, though. Nobody should be able to move on that. We are 1 out away. Come on, David.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 35.
Good work.
David.
And then David Duff is going to get the intentional pass. They don't want to face him. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Wouldn't want to face him either. Especially when you can do that to Mike Antico. Bases loaded. David Dooley still in the game. Has yet to allow an earned run. But he's going to need to do some pitching here. 0-2 count to Anthony. Come on, Dooley. That's weak contact, but the ball's going to travel way too far. Columbus is going to win the game. 79 off the bat, hit that far. Columbus wins. David Duff with a very good game, though. A walk, an intentional walk, a homer, a double, a single. It was not enough to win. David Dooley, despite going 1 2/3, not allowing a run, or an earned run, takes a loss. Yeah, I mean, it's ugly to see the 91 overall at AAA. And again, he's working towards a call-up. He really is. But, I mean, these numbers were just so bad. How has Nolan Gorman been lately? That could be a big question. He's hitting .306 with a .419 on base, .528 slug, and a .947 OPS over his last 36 ABs. He still has been very good. Weather holds hot. Glaber is not. Bryant Beach still looking for another home run. It's been a little while now. He has not homered since August 6th. So a little bit of a drought here. Not too long, of course, but looking to get one. And this is the guy hitting home runs, Thomas Sajazi, as we're about to get swept by the Yankees. This is the guy. We've scored 8, but we can't beat the Yankees. Sajazi does have a good matchup here against the lefty.
Leading up, fourth base leader.
He's really been an awesome player for us. I mean, you got to give credit to Sajazi. He's been awesome off the bench. He's done whatever we need him to do. We ground out here. I mean, this might be the first time all season we've been swept. One of them, at least. Runner on first, one out. Glaber Torres does hit lefties. This is a good matchup for us. Ground ball. That might be 2. Danny Wright out at first. Glaber out at second. And we have been swept by the Yankees. Bryant Beach did homer. Baez 2 doubles. Victor Scott with a double. Wu takes the loss. He's been exceptional this year, especially lately. But the Yankees with Buxton, Ben Rice, Travis Bazzana, Lindor, Aaron Judge, they got to him. And we have lost 4 out of our last 5. Not great. So Jay-Z's got a 10-game hit streak. And we're going to lose 6-1, 7-1. Raniel Rodriguez is a single away from the cycle. Okay, we might be able to secure a win for the first time in a while at 5-2. Or feels like it. I mean, we're really actually struggling right now, this is not when you want to struggle. As we approach the postseason, we don't want to be a team that's just good during the regular season.
Number 3, Raniel Rodriguez.
Alec Jacob does not throw hard at all. We need to be incredibly patient. A single will get the cycle. Don't need a homer. Just need to put the ball in play. But Alec Jacob is doing Alec Jacob things. 1-2. 2-2. We have never been this close to the cycle in Cardinals franchise. We've been a triple away a lot. Yeah, no kidding. But a single away. Raniel has been so locked in. Victor Scott has tripled as well tonight. Full count. He walks him. Sweeper in the dirt. There goes the cycle opportunity. Munoz has allowed an earned run. Chopper. Munoz fields, throws, game over. Cardinals win. It's been tough to win these games lately. I'm happy anytime we can get it. Bryant Beach goes 3 for 6 with a double. Love to see that. Riley Green and Chris Valdez with 2 hit days. 2 walks for Ellie, who had a double. And the homer for Raniel. You love to see it. Danny Wright hitting 289. Went 1 for 5 today. I mean, he's approaching 300. Can he get there? He's got a month to stay hot. That's pretty much what it is. A month. It's doable. it's doable. He can't really have any cold stretches at this point. If you look at the numbers for Danny Wright, he is actually improving. He's up to an 81. Contact is great against both sides, of course. And he's got a 919 OPS over the last 46 at-bats. Hasn't homered in a little while as well. But again, the whole team kind of has not hit that well lately. So we're looking to hopefully get it going as we approach September. Let's jump in here. J.J. Weatherholt, 3 for 3. A homer away from the cycle. We finally exploded offensively. I mean, look at the last few innings. 2 runs in the second, 3 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth, 3 in the seventh. We've also allowed 7 runs in the past 3 innings. J.J. Weatherholt up to 255. Faces Jack Kahanowitz. Needs a homer. Too late. Early. I don't get the timing on power swings. It feels like the timing changes somehow, even though that can't be true. I mean, these sinkers are sinking. I will say that. 0-2. Yeah, will I ever put the ball in play with timing hitting? Seems unlikely. Also, I'm looking at the scoreboard. We have 14 runs on 14 hits. Very economical. A lot of hits, a lot of runs. Maybe some homers in there, you'd imagine. Here's a ground ball. Not going to be the cycle for J.J. Weatherholt.
Yeah, that ball was hit hard.
Hey, pretty good, though. Pretty good. 14-7 is your final. This is what I want to see. More runs. Danny Wright, 3 for 5. Homer, 2 triples. Weatherholt, 4 for 4. 2 for 5 with a homer for Riley Green. 2 doubles for Victor Scott. Bryant Beach had a 3-hit day, including his 28th homer of the year. His batting average back above 300 at 307. Chris Valdez, 298. Danny Wright, 299. We may finish the season with 3 hitters hitting 300. That would be crazy. Man, Andres Munoz is really not showing up at the end of the year here. 1 out, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, a home run today. What is happening to him? Is he getting fatigued at the end of the year?
The left fielder. Off there.
Maybe so.
Hey.
That grand slam to Francisco Lindor really might have killed things, huh? Good slider. You know what I've noticed about the CPU? You really got to get the slider up and away. Like I say up, it's still lower, but if you put it like just down and away, they don't typically chase when it's down. Interestingly enough, even if it's off the corner. Good strikeout there on Austin Hayes. Munoz can still bounce back here.
Ball 1.
It's a decent pitch, but they also, I don't think I've ever seen a swing
Ball
even
2.
at the Andres Munoz changeup.
No.
They just don't swing it.
High.
That strike was big because that was off the plate.
That's the ball. Take your base.
Slider didn't do what we wanted. And that is a Jung-Hoo Lee walk to put runners on first and second for Devers. Ground ball. Munoz fields his position well from what we've seen. Cards win. It has not been perfect, but we're getting the job done here. Chris Valdez homer and a double. Sajazi homers again. All right, September is here. 93-44. I feel like the sky is falling somehow, and yet we're 7-3 in our last 10. Pretty good. What's best case scenario for us? I know we're not going to win all of these games, but maybe we lose like 3 or 3 to 5 of the remaining schedule would be a pretty good result. And that's like maybe 20 or so games left. I mean, I could do the math, but I don't want to. So, I mean, I'd like to finish at like 110 wins would be cool. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that would be nice. We have not clinched anything yet, but we're on the verge. We're on the verge of being basically a guaranteed playoff team. So let's do that. Let's make the postseason. So we got to think about who our 2 promotions will be. Ellie, man. Ellie's ice cold for us. Hitting 105 over his last 35 at-bats. 0 homers, 0 triples, 2 doubles in his 4 hits. It's a bad time for that. Beach is closing in on 30 homers, which is kind of what we would want, going into the year. Can he reach his career high? He hit 31 home runs as a rookie. We'll see if he can match or exceed that in 2030. I'm thinking yes. He's a better player now. So, we'll see. Carthage, thanks for the prime sub. David Duff has earned the promotion. He will be on the roster here. I know the numbers are horrendous at the major league level. He needs more reps. September could be a good time to get those reps. Don't know if he's going to start for us, of course, but he's going to at least be on the team. And I do also want to call up a pitcher. And, I mean, Jerpy's been the best one. So, I guess maybe he deserves the chance, although I think I'd just prefer to have Dick Fitz up. So, we're going to promote Dick Fitz back to the major league level. And we've got a couple of positions now to replace at AAA. So, we need to call up a starter. We could just move Jerpy back into a starting position. That kind of makes things easy. We also need a first baseman. We'll put Keith Jones in there for David Duff. And that's kind of good. I do think there's a chance Kevin Jacobs comes back up at some point. His potential is just making him bad. Numbers have not been exceptional. But I think he actually can be a valuable postseason bench bat type of player. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But David Duff's going to come back up. In what capacity? I really think he's going to be mostly a bench player for us in September. We'll see on that. I mean, I don't really want Baez in the lineup against righties, so we'll put Danny Wright back in right. And the DH, I guess we could try to get David Duff some DH at-bats. Hitting 7th for now, and then Gorman against lefties. Chris Valdez is DHing against lefties. Hitting 301. Numbers against lefties are going up. So, I don't really mind this. Glaber, unfortunately, has not been great. Riley Green, I got to get back in this lineup, though. And it means J.J. Weatherholt probably to second. I don't know. Something's not fully right here. It's a lot of lefties in a row at the bottom. So, might have to figure that out. But I mainly like the way it looks. I mean, Herrera, his numbers just keep going down and down and down. So, I don't really know what to do about that. We're going to switch him and Gorman. And then we'll have Duff off the bench. We'll have, obviously, the usual suspects off the bench as well. And we added, obviously, another long reliever in Dick Fitz. Sean Burke, as a long reliever, has been a lot better. So you can see the numbers. He's allowed 2 earned runs since being moved into this long relief role. It's mostly been very good. Small sample size, but mostly has been good. All right, September is here. We just made our call-ups, and we're jumping in. Chris Valdez needs a triple for the cycle. Danny Wright, 2 for 4 with a homer and a double in this game. Stay hot. We are up 6-2. Can we triple? We're on the road at Wrigley, and Valdez has pretty good speed. If we can nestle it into a weird corner in right, I actually think it's possible. Big curveball. Great timing. Swing and a miss. Changeup way low. Good timing, but obviously not a hittable pitch, and we're quickly 0-2. Oh, that was a good piece of hitting. Hit hard down the line, foul. I think Chris Valdez is basically locked up National League Rookie of the Year. The numbers are just too good.
That's the ball.
Hitting for the cycle would be the cherry on top. Danny Wright, I'm trying to look at the big board. Looks like he's hitting 297. But Chris Valdez is like well over 300 right now. 305 or something. Maybe that's not well over, but it's over enough. That ball is going to be hit hard, deep to left field. And it's a fly out for Chris Valdez. Andres Munoz is like starting to scare me now, unfortunately. He's got PCA 0-2. Hopefully that's enough. Ground ball is going to sneak up the middle. Weatherholt keeps it in the infield, but everybody's safe.
For the Cubs, the catcher, Moises.
Holton now into the game as Ballesteros 0-2. Ground ball hit hard past Valdez. 1 run will score. They're going for number 2. We're throwing home. Here's a throw from Valdez. Got him at the plate. Cardinals win. Can we not trust Andres Munoz right now? It kind of seems that way. Riley Green 1 for 5 with a homer. Danny Wright, homer and a double. Chris Valdez 3 for 4, homer and a double. David Duff had a hit. Fortunately, not more than a single. Danny Wright has homered again, but George Kirby on the mound into the 7th here for Arizona. 10-game hit streak for Chris Valdez. Again, I think he's pretty much locked up NL Rookie of the Year. Like, the Giants have a guy, but don't really think he's much competition for Valdez. Big swing and a miss at a slider up. And will pop up on a fastball down the middle. Against George Kirby, you're going to get pitches in the zone. We know that. Got to be able to make him pay when he gets into the zone. We didn't. And now he'll bat from the right side against the lefty, Brandon Garcia, but we do have the 3-1 lead now. And we haven't seen him hit from the right side a lot. But, of course, he is a switch hitter. Got a couple in the lineup, and that's going to be a pop-up. And a fly out to center field. 10-game hit streak going to come to a close for Chris Valdez unless this game goes to extras, which hopefully it does not. Andres Munoz into the game. Runner on first. Popped him up. Beach is there. And that should be another Cardinal win. It is. Munoz shuts the door. I'd like to see more dominance out of him. And Bryant Beach homered, Riley Green homered. Danny Wright. Danny Wright somehow making like an MVP push. It's insane. We'll check out Player of the Month now that August is in the books. And it goes to A.J. Puck, Roman Anthony, P.J. Morlando in the National League. Palencia maybe locking down reliever of the year, Juan Soto. And Chris Valdez gets another Rookie of the Month. Only 3 homers Dude, what is Danny Wright doing right now? Sitting 299, 27 home runs. He's having a better season, I think, than Riley Green. In more at-bats for Riley Green. How is he doing this? He's unbelievable. Slugging .617. 4 homers in his last 5 games. Also has a double as well. He's red hot. Red hot right. We need to fix our double-A lineup. But we're on the verge of winning 100 games. How incredible that would be. Oh. Who is hurt here at double-A? Seamus Hassett got moved down. The lineups have been moved around a little bit. I don't really like that. Why is that? It's a good question. But something happened. I think they changed it by themselves. Mascara, fractured foot. Rich Acevedo got hurt briefly is what changed there, but is fine now. Depressed Seattle sports fan, thanks for the sub. And we're not going to player lock with Padilla or Acevedo right now. And there's the power we were looking for. Bryant Beach, 2 for 4. 2 homers. Looking for number 3. We are looking for win number 99. Let's go, Beach. Give us a 3-homer day.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Look at his numbers. He's up to 33 home runs. We just checked. He had like 27 or 28. He's at 33. Oh my goodness. 96 RBIs. Oh no! That's the fastball. Why are we late on that? 0-2. Not seeing the ball that well at Progressive here. 2-2. I feel like we get to 2 strikes a lot and consistently battle back and then still do nothing with it. 3-2. Ellie's on deck. Homered tonight, has singled. We need Ellie to get hot. He's been cold. Need him to get hot. I think he has been. Average at 280. He was at like 269 for a while. Runners take off. Beach will walk. Bases loaded for Ellie. Don't mind that. 6-2. And it's Adrian Morejon. We haven't really talked much about him, but he's been great the whole year. Here's a 2-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Fly ball. It fairly well to center, but Victor Scott is there. And that is our 99th win of the season. Closing in on 100. Chris Valdez homered. Ellie De La Cruz 2 for 4 with a home run. J.J. Weatherholt a 2-hit day with a homer. Bryant Beach, of course, with 2. Chris Valdez with his 36th double. Cade Anderson pitched okay. And then Dick Fitz and Adrian Morejon. Great in relief. We need to see what Bryant Beach has been doing the past few games. Yeah, he's absolutely locked in right now. 4th of September, homer. 5th of September, homer. Unfortunately goes 0 for on the 6th. And then battles back. 2 hits, a homer, 3 RBIs, and then 2 homers against Cleveland. I mean, he's quickly coming for September Player of the Month. His September numbers are insane right now. Oh, Ellie's hitting 260, not 280. But he has been better of late. Okay. Man, he was having an incredible year and just really has not kept it up. Riley Green's getting hot, though. Danny Wright's staying hot. Victor Scott having a really, really good year. We haven't looked much at the minor leagues because we've been just so focused on what's going on in the majors. Rich Acevedo is hitting great down at AA. Ellis Padilla, not so much right now. And with our pitchers, like Brian Wu is competing for that Cy Young. I don't think he's going to get it. Bybee's been okay. Bubic is okay. Burke is now in a long relief role. Pepio's been hit a little bit harder lately. Cade's trying to figure it out. But our bullpen mostly has been awesome. I don't really have a lot of prospects who are high overall right now, but Rodney Fuentes is up to a 71. 3 ERA and 157 innings at Double-A. Juan Bonilla's been pretty good too. Whip a little bit high for both pitchers. Alonzo Vigil has been fairly efficient as well. Derek O'Donnell starting to figure it out, but the whip's a bit high. Control's not great. And of course, I've not seen Juan Guillen or Pedro Gutierrez. I do want to bring David Dooley up at some point. He's been a good reliever. I just still don't think there's a spot for him on the playoff roster right now. Like, he is good. But is he ready to make his major league debut? And would we even be able to get him on our postseason roster? Not sure. Not sure. So, we'll consider it. Our 40-man right now, I'm pretty sure, is full. So, we would have to take somebody off the 40-man. I guess Zach Thompson would be the easy choice. But again, it's like, who do we take out of our bullpen that has been very good? Not really that interested in any of them. I'm so frustrated with what Andres Munoz has done recently because he was on track for an easy, like, reliever of the year. And now suddenly, over his last however many games, from August 17th to now the last month, he's got an ERA close to 10. Like, what? Super frustrating. But we're about to win our 100th game of the season. This is what we want. Nolan Gorman, 2 homers today, by the way. Up 9-2. Ellie, 3 for 3. Homer, double, single, walk. Needs a triple for the cycle. Yeah, that's the thing. David Dooley would have already needed to be on the 40-man, so...
Up next for the Cardinals.
My point is there's not really a point to call him up. Ellie is at 33 home runs. He's been a great signing for us. He's not going to win the MVP this year, but he's been a great signing. Over 100 RBIs. Some people are upset that we got Ellie again because we traded for him in Rockies franchise. I looked at it today. Ellie De La Cruz was on our Rockies team for 4 episodes at the end of the series. So I feel like this has been a much more impactful landing spot. This actually could be a potential triple. Deep to left field. Foul. Oh, it could have taken a weird bounce off the wall just late. That could have been it. Sweeper up near Ellie's head. Valdez on deck. He's close to 30 home runs. This lineup's unreal. Ellie shoots this one to left, but doesn't get it enough. Would have been ball 4, but we wanted the cycle. And Andres Munoz has already pitched an inning, yet here he is. Top 9, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Fly ball, deep center field. Scott going back. Ellie actually in front of the base runner there, but we get the win. That one stays in the yard. Nolan Gorman, 3 for 5, 2 homers, is your player of the game. Brian Wu, 7 2/3, 7 strikeouts. Did allow 3 earned runs, but was mostly awesome. I mean, went super deep into the game. Danny Wright, 2 for 3. JJ Weatherholt, 2 for 5 with a homer. Gorman is approaching 30 home runs. Ellie got his 33rd. Ellie, Chris Valdez, Bryant Beach, and JJ Weatherholt with doubles. This lineup's locked in right now. 2 stolen bases for Danny Wright. Chris Valdez got one as well. Bullpen came in and was good. Danny Wright's hitting 302. This was a guy who was barely hitting 200 for a significant portion of this season and has been absolutely unbelievable. The fact that he didn't win National League Player of the Month for August or July seems kind of crazy, but I mean, the numbers here for Juan Soto were insane. So, all right, I guess. And Danny's actually 0 for 2. Ellie's homered in this game. We only have 1 run. This might be a tough one to come back from. 4-1. Reds got 3 runs in the 5th. Danny has, what, a 10-game hit streak. The thing is that's so great about him, even when he's not getting hits, he's walking. And he's doing so consistently.
The right fielder.
300 average, 966 OPS. It's a great place to hit, so a comeback could happen. And Danny Wright to start it. We're jumping on the first pitch at 99. Good timing, but obviously not a really good pitch to hit. Not really that patient here. Runner takes off. We're going to let Chris Valdez get in the scoring position, but go down 0-2 as a result. Valdez gets his 15th stolen base of the year. I mean, he really has been awesome. I really wish we could see what Danny Wright's numbers were for August and, July. Because they were crazy, too. They might not have been Juan Soto's, but they were unreal. Another ball in the dirt from Connor Phillips, but Valdez can't get to third. And it would be nice if he could, because a sac fly, fly ball would score Chris Valdez probably.
Inside.
3-2. Full count. Here's the payoff pitch. Ball low. First and second with 1 out.
Leading off for
And that was it there. What? 5-2 Reds, and it's the top of the ninth. Sinker low. And we keep trying to jump on the first pitch, but they're not great pitches to hit. And that's the cutter, not the sinker. Tough. Danny going the other way. This is a chance to stay fair. It's going to drop in. Double for Danny Wright. Not the prettiest swing, but extra bases. His 34th double of the year. But the Reds would win it. Ellie and Raniel homered. Not a great outing for Pepio. 12-game hit streak for Danny Wright. Thomas Sajazi has homered today. We'll face Connor Phillips out of the pen again. We know he throws 100 miles per hour, so he's a tough customer. See if Danny can get to him. 2 for 8 in the series, has homered.
Danny Wright.
Batting average is fighting to stay above 300. We love first pitch swinging. Ground out. We are up 5-2 though. So some runs actually managed to score. We'll face Zach Maxwell, who also throws 100. Fastball at the top of the zone. Good timing doesn't matter, because it's a fastball high. You'll never hit those with timing somehow. Valdez takes off. That's 101 above the zone. 0-2. Call stands. 101 at the knees. Horrendous at bat. Cardinals win, though. Ellie and Sajazi with homers, but you know who else homered? David Duff. He gets his 3rd 2-run bomb. Chris Valdez with his 38th double. Bryant Beach got a rare day off. And Sajazi filling in did a great job. 2 hits, including a homer. What a guy. Mick Abel, minor injury. He'll be okay. And our AAA team won the division. Our AA team did not. We're 106-50. We can get to 110 wins, and we don't have to be perfect to do it. 6-4 in our last 10. Really was hoping for more from Ellie in the average department, because he just kind of has slowed down a bit, but it's still a great year. 885 OPS. He's just hitting 260, which that's all right. But offensively, it really is a great year, And defensively, he's so good. He steals bases. He's got a WAR at 7.2. That is a career high for Elly De La Cruz his first year as a Cardinal. Love to see that. Bryan Woo has brought the ERA back down below 3 after a great start against Minnesota. 7 hits, 2 walks is not great, but no earned runs, 8 Ks. We'll take that. Bryant Beach is up to 36 home runs. He did so by hitting a home run 3 games in a row against the Pirates. He owns the Pirates. Average has come down a bit, but he's slugging .707. So I don't know if he's going to win Player of the Month, but if you look at the numbers, let's just look at the home runs in the month of September. So we only can go back to the 2 homers against Cleveland, but I think he had 4 up to that point, maybe even 5, and then added 3. So he might finish the month with 10 homers in September. That's pretty good. What's the award race looking like? MVP, Tatis, but Soto's in the picture. And Cy Young is going to come down to Bryan Woo or Hunter Brown. It is a battle. Brown's got the wins and the strikeout advantage, whereas Woo is right there, has fewer losses, and a better ERA. Batting title likely going to Brendan Donovan. Although you could see somebody like Bryant Beach, or maybe even Danny Wright if they get hot enough in the final week, like get close. Andres Munoz, just the ERA came up too much. He's probably going to finish second in reliever of the year, but still, what a great ad. And then Chris Valdez, it's rookie of the year on lock. Hitting .296, 26 home runs, 81 RBIs. He's got 38 doubles, man. Unreal. This is where Gold Glove looks like J.J. Weatherholt might finally win it over Nico Horner, who's won 3 in a row. Anything else? Victor Scott, 3rd after winning it last year. Silver Slugger, Valdez competing with Ohtani and Schwarber for National League Silver Slugger. Nothing at catcher. Nothing at first. Bryant Beach likely going to win it at third base, though. Ethan Holiday has 39 home runs. He's up to a 91 overall. Okay. Elly's so close, but it's probably going to end up going to Adames. Elly just doesn't have the average. And then nothing in the outfield? Man, I get that Danny Wright is not technically an everyday player. He's hitting .298 with 28 home runs. Having such a great season. Arguably a better season than last season. Sure, the average and on base are down. But more at-bats, more runs, more hits, more doubles, 9 triples still. Way more homers, way more ribbies. 18 stolen bases. He's slugging more. He's been crazy good. Josh Baez kind of going in the wrong direction. And that's kind of why Danny Wright's playing more and more and more. Because he's better than Joshua Baez. Gorman's red hot right now. I think we're going to DH him over Duff, who has brought the average up to 218. 6 home runs. Okay, he might be getting hot. Homered against Cincinnati, homered against Pittsburgh, 2 against Minnesota. Man, we got to find out how to get him in the lineup. Chris Valdez is going cold. Let's just get David Duff in the middle of the lineup here and just see what happens. We'll hit him 5th. We'll player lock. We'll see if he can stay hot. Facing a good pitcher in Cade Horton. But David Duff is starting to really find it with the power. The whole Cubs lineup is hot, except for Romy Gonzalez, but he hits lefties. He's hitting .307 on the year. All right, this is a big moment. Bryant Beach has big power against lefties, but we'll see a righty today in the leadoff spot. And here we go. Busch Stadium. Danny Wright hitting .354 over his last 22. Gorman .370 over his last 7. A lot of fun stuff going on. We'll see Chris Bubic. He's brought the ERA down below 4. Hopefully he can start today. And here is David Duff. We have not seen a lot of him at the major league level. But this is a good pitch to hit. Sweeper up and in. David Duff stays hot. Puts us on the board with a solo shot. Is that 5 homers in his last 6 games? Average going up. Slugging is skyrocketing. And we've seen David Duff do this before. It's even the pitches that he doesn't even fully all the way get. He still has the power to muscle it out. Let's go, Chris. Double play, please. Beach to second one. Weatherholt to Duff. We're going to have to scoop it. Oh, boy. And Duff with the pick. Good work. Still 1-0. David Duff is up to an 810 OPS because all of his hits are home runs. He takes Cade Horton deep. Can't go back-to-back, at least on back-to-back swings. He scored 6 runs in his last 10 games. Got to be getting on to do that. That curveball drops, and he does have breaking ball hitter. So that might have been one he could have got to. It's a good quirk to have.
That's out.
1-2. Come on, David. Swings through a heater down. Good location from Horton. But it is 2-0 Cardinals. Bubic with a very nice start. And look how economical he's being. 53 pitches. Duff can't get to that. And Bubic likely going to give up his first run here. We're going to try to throw home. I don't think we have it. Cubs on the board. I don't think you ever have it at home. How many times have you seen that one? We'll go back to the second inning, though. David Duff. Got one to hit. Sweeper up and in. Brought the hands in. Powered it out. Cade Horton stays in the game. Obviously in a very different way of pitching Duff in at bat number 2. We'll see what 3 has in store. Elevated fastball, good timing, fouled back. Because again, you can't hit that. You can see the numbers, number 1 prospect in baseball. Still going to have prospect status for a little while. But will pop up here on the inside fastball. So they're being very, very careful with Duff. And switching from breaking balls to a kind of a more of a fastball approach. It is 3-1. Runners on first and second here for Duff. That's a pitch to hit for him. A little bit early. A little bit early. Would love to get that one back. Fastball. Good timing. Fouls it back. Here's the 0-2. Big spot in this game. Elevated fastball. This is where you want to see a breaking ball to try and strike out Duff, but it hangs over the middle. That's what we're looking for. Change up, got him. We know he's going to strike out a little bit. We got some traffic. First and second. Duff slides. Throws to Ellie. Great arm. Back to first. Not in time. Can't quite turn 2, but we are holding on to this lead. It's 3-2. Munoz has Ballesteros 0-2. Runner takes off. Ground ball to Duff. He makes the play. Cards win. And he's going to let the first base coach know about it. Goldwire then to the prime. Looking for David Dooley to come up. The David dynamic duo. Both double Ds. It's no problem. David Duff, 1 for 4 with a homer. Ellie, 2 for 4. Bubic is your player of the game. 7 innings, 1 earned run. Going to bring that ERA down even more, maybe closer to a 3.8, 3.9. Came in with a 3.98. That's pretty good. And David Duff, man, is starting to show us why he was such a highly considered prospect. The numbers overall are still not great, but he's slugging .500. So he's got 5 homers in his last 6 games. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. He's close to losing prospect eligibility, as our AAA team have won the championship series. Lose to the Cubs, 6-0 over the Cubs on the 26th. Beat the Royals 12-8. What a crazy one this must have been. Homers for Riley Green, Bryant Beach, his 37th. Elliott his 36th. Weatherholt got one. Baez, Green, and Valdez with doubles. I'd love for Chris Valdez to hit 40 doubles. 17 stolen bases for him as well. Cade Anderson with a pretty good start. Fitz and Gratterall were not great. The bullpen in general was not great in this one, but the offense carried. Love to see that. Baez leading off. We are 109-51. What a season this has been. Brian Wu with the ERA below 3, Bybee below 4, Bubic below 4, Pepio below 4 we'll take, even though he was much better earlier. Munoz still great. 49 saves. A 50 bomb would be crazy. And it could have been better, but he really lost it at the end. Only 3 blown saves on the year, though. That's crazy. I mean, this really is the best year of his career. He has been exceptional. Can't really take anything away from him. He really has been exceptional. Ryan Yell brought the average up to 263. Herrera's cold. Just not a great second half for him. So we got to figure that one out. Gorman is on fire. Duff is still struggling a bit outside of the home runs. I'm going to get Chris Valdez back in the lineup. And really, he thrives in that DH spot. But we've only got 2 more games left this season. To me, the team's MVP is Bryant Beach. I don't know how you can pick somebody else. 37 home runs, 106 RBIs, 18 steals, hitting .299. The average has come down here a bit in recent weeks. I mean, he kind of has gone cold. Did manage to homer again, though. He's fighting to hit 300. We're going to player lock with Bryant Beach. The fact that he's so close to 40 home runs is crazy. I mean, Chris Valdez and Danny Wright might not get to 300, but man, what awesome seasons for them. Brian Wu is pushing for the Cy Young. Let's player lock with Brian Wu. His final start of the year. We'll player lock with Bryant Beach to end the year. Yeah, I mean, Beach has had some cold stretches, but mostly he's been awesome. I mean, you don't go, cold for too long and still hit 300 with close to 40 home runs. And this is a good Royals team. We'll check out the numbers for Brian Wu lately. He really just has been awesome. Last 2 starts, 1.59 ERA. Whip's a bit high, but the runs have been way down. And this is his final chance to push for the Cy Young over Hunter Brown in the National League. Jonah Tong is a Royal now. Hopefully our bats can get to him. Final start of the year for Brian Wu. Not off to a great start with some loud contact. Pushes Victor Scott near the track. And he tracks it down. Jonathan Aranda is a Royal. It's a very different Royals team than what they're running in real life.
Ball in.
We are looking for win 110. What a season that would be. I mean, what a season it has been, right? Whether it's 109 110, 111. Whatever it happens to be, it has been an incredible year. Also, yeah, what the hell is this uniform matchup?
That's a ball.
Baby blue on baby blue. I don't like this.
Nope.
But we're just going to have to try to get over it. I don't know how he's been taking some of these. I mean, Wu was right around the plate.
Ball 4. Take your bait.
What a walk. Bobby Witt Jr. smokes that foul. You got to be careful with Bobby Witt Jr. Pretty good. Turns on that. Diving Bryant Beach. Can't get to it, but it's foul. That's a great pitch. Why are these Royals hitters not chasing? I've seen them hit. This is a different team than real life. I don't know if they chase. I'm just joking. I know they don't hit that well, but I don't know if they chase. Bobby Witt Jr. strikes out. Fastball. Yeah, even with the accents, I agree. This is a hard watch. Ozzie Albies batting cleanup for this Royals team. Good changeup from Wu. Got Albies 0-2. He will expand.
Ball.
I thought that was going to be strike 3 for sure. Maybe a bit high. Tried to get him with the changeup. 1-2. Elevate. Celebrate. Down goes Albies. He can't hold back that time. We'll see about the playoffs. I mean, it could be the Diamondbacks for sure. Could end up being the Padres or Dodgers.
Leading up for the Royals,
The NL West is pretty good. We'll see.
Yeah.
Augustine Ramirez now a Royal. Pretty good bat to add.
Ball.
Takes the fastball high. This is a guy you'd think would chase. But I think does well swinging out of the zone. Historically. Although I think he got sent down in real life because Liam Hicks has just been better. The fastball lands. 2-2. Nice. Warman going to take that himself. Got the ground ball we were looking for. I mean, pitching for strikeouts is nice, but what Brian Wu does so well in real life is combine the two of pitching for strikeouts, but also attacking the zone, working deep into games, because he just gets a lot of outs in play. And especially, you know, in Seattle, plays as deep as anywhere. Get fly balls and get outs. Here's Nick Lofton. So a little bit of a fall off in this lineup after some stars at the top.
Ball inside.
Can't relate. I feel like our lineup is absolutely the best in the
That's
game.
ball 2.
The Dodgers absolutely had it last year, but they're, you know, a little bit different this year. Oh, that's going to stay fair. Nick Lofton with a 2-out double. And then you look to our bench. Our bench is unreal, too. Here's Michael Garcia hitting 8th. Disrespect to Mike. If we were to win the World Series, this series will not end. I don't know what it will do to the interest, but no plans on stopping. As we're doing the Brian Wu thing, spamming fastballs.
Ball 1.
Garcia finally takes one. Really take the sweeper. He will. Strike 3. Gut punch. Later. And I've been having a ton of fun with Cardinals franchise, and that's why you've seen so many uploads. I want to see the career of Bryant Beach and Chris Valdez and David Duff. I've seen a lot of talk about the series ending, but no plans for that right now.
Ball 1.
The thing that's fun about pitching with Brian Wu, he's so precise. Everything is just about where you want it. It's a good pitch. 1-2. Might have been a little bit high. Suzuki will strike out. He will chase. Gets a piece of the slider. This is where I want the sweeper to be. Set up outside. And Suzuki just stays on it. That's a great swing. It's off the plate. What can you do? That's a strike. So let's get that one reviewed quickly, please. I mean, is that close? Yeah. It is close, but it's a strike. Fastball 0-2. Change up. Put him away. Ball in the dirt. Suzuki gets second for free. That's frustrating. I want the strikeout here. Wow, that ball was crushed foul. See, this is where I think the changeup should eat. Strike 3, got him. There we go.
The batter, number 7.
Fourth K for Wu. We're at 5-0 now. Beach doubled to right after Scott doubled to right. Ellie walked. Green doubled to right to score Beach and De La Cruz. Danny Wright to single to score to right to score Green. Chris Valdez with a homer. That's a lot of runs. I will say though, I love the home run. I want Valdez to have 40 doubles, so we need a double from him. Witt jammed. Could be a tough play for Scott. Ball sinking fast. Royals on the board. That's tough. That might hurt the Cy Young chances. Late jammed RBI single for Witt. Try to get out of it. That's a hanging changeup. Ozzie looking for something else. Swings through it. Changeup down. Struck him out. 1 run's fine. 1 run is fine. Hopefully we keep it there.
Leading up for the Royals.
3 innings, 3 hits a walk, 5 Ks in the 1 run on 50 pitches. Hopefully we get even more run support. Wanting to score 10 or 15 today. And yeah, he could still easily finish with a below 3 ERA. No question. He's just got to go, you know, an inning or 2 more. He's probably below it right now. So we could take him out of the game right now. And it's at a 2.98. But we want to get that as low as possible. We want as many strikeouts as possible. Because that's kind of where Hunter Brown leads Brian Wu right now. It's the strikeouts. Has 1 more win. Wu's going to be very comparable in the numbers. I don't know what happens with the voters here in the game. I don't really know what they value that much. But Wu's going to be right in the conversation. Right? So, you like the fact that he's the ace of the best team in baseball. To also matter a little bit, Lofton does not like the call. It honestly looked pretty good to me. But it is just high. Lofton with kind of a cheap double earlier. Rips that one foul. Fastball, popped him up. That's like the typical Brian Wu out right there. See that all the time. Still 5-1, 8-9-1 in the order. That's what Wu will face here at the bottom of the 5th. And we were attacking the zone. The pitch count's pretty low. We want this outing to go as deep as possible. If Wu goes out, you know, throws 5 innings, strikes out 7 or 8, it's pretty good. Can't miss with that fastball, though. Get a double play. Change up in for a strike. Go back to it. Change up for a strike. Now let's bury it. Couldn't. Gorman going to take the out at first. That's frustrating out. No strikeout, no double play. 97 right by Suzuki. We'll do it again. That just missed. Oh, hard hit ball off Woo. Gorman Fields tags first. There's the out. 113 off the back of Brian Woo. He's all right. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. That changeup missed, but I thought it was pretty good. That is overturned. That is a strike. And Aranda chases. Danny Wright ranging over. Makes the catch in right center field. Probably Victor Scott's ball, but that's fine. Would I trade Duff for Connor Griffin plus an A prospect? No. We have a shortstop. We have Ellie De La Cruz. Like, I get we have Chris Valdez who can play first base. We have Bryant Beach who can play first base, even though he's obviously not going to do that. He's our third baseman. There he is. Right on cue. And, I mean, Gorman's not going to be here forever. Ellie Hold, we just signed him to a long-term deal. Ellie's on a 10-year contract. This is year number 1. We're going to go trade with the Pirates in division for their generational player? I don't think so. That's a mistake. We can get Ramirez to strike out. We just got to put the ball where we want it. I don't actually mind that. Let's see if Ramirez wants the fastball. Oh, man. Like, that's what we wanted to do there. Here's the 2-2. Pitch number 77 for Woo.
That's ball 3.
No way Augustine Ramirez is doing this. Full count. Pulls the hands in. Got to the heater. I mean, at this point, we got to show him the changeup or something. It's been a very effective pitch for Woo today. But we can't put away Augustine Ramirez. Maybe a sinker could have been a good idea away. We're going to go fastball. Four-seam fastball. He stays on it. 3-2 will do it again. Ground ball. Gorman makes the play. Throws over to Woo. That's through 6. Yeah, we're on legend hitting. And
leading up for the Royals,
GOAT pitching. Andy Pa has 600 career RBIs. Reynolds has an 18-game hit streak. Cam Schlittler doing what he does in real life. Absolutely shoving. This could be the final inning of work for Brian Woo, who has a 9-1 lead. We are pitching for a potential Cy Young here.
Nope, outside.
Let's go, Brian. Good pitch. Gorman throws over to Woo, who races Jensen the bag and wins the race. I don't think they're going to let Woo get into the 8th here. I mean, maybe, but I doubt it. I think we're trying to empty the tank here, probably looking at the final couple of batters. Because if we're at like 95 pitches getting out of the 7th, you'd have to think that's going to be it. That's a mistake.
Ball, that's in.
I know Nick Lofton has hurt us today slightly, but this is not a guy you can walk. That's what we do. Wu's lost the zone a little bit. Second walk, but Garcia's a double play threat.
Nope, that's down.
Runs okay, but does hit the ball on the ground, which is what we want.
Yeah!
That's a fastball down the middle. 94 now. He's lost a little something. That missed. Yeah, really losing the zone here. That's a great slider. It's worth the challenge. I do think it's out. We're up 9-1. You can't take him with you. It's a close pitch. That is strike 3. That was not as close as I thought. I really thought that was going to end up being just off the plate. Maybe the final batter here for Wu was at 94 pitches.
Ball 1.
That one's just high. Two 2-0. Yeah, Wu's tired. This is it. This might be the final batter one way or another. That changeup's been a money pitch. See if we can get that in there.
Ball
That's
3.
so close. It's worth a challenge here. 3-1 versus 2-2 is very close. A very, very big difference. He takes it. That might do it for Bryan Wu. His third walk, and they're going to pull him. Bring in Brusdar Gratterall. Hopefully those runs did not come around to score. G-Mac, thanks for the prime. And they didn't. Bryan Wu is your player of the game. Wow. The offense was crazy in this one. Wu goes 6 2/3, 1 earned run, 6 Ks. Pretty good. Bryant Beach 1 for 6 with a double, his 41st. Chris Valdez, 2 doubles, so I wanted him to get 40. He's like, how about 40 and 41? Riley Green, Victor Scott doubles. Homers for Riley Green, Ellie De La Cruz, Chris Valdez, and Nolan Gorman did get to 30. Love to see it. Valdez hitting 298, Wright 295, Bryant Beach 298. And as I mentioned, we will be doing player lock for the final regular season game with Bryant Beach. He's got the Silver Slugger locked up. We're trying to hit 300 with him. We'll need a couple hits to do that. He's hitting third against the lefty today. And this is a tough pitcher. Shota Imanaga now of the Royals. Beach has very good power against lefties. Green's getting hot. Ellie's getting hot at the right time. Chris Valdez is likely going to be your Rookie of the Year. Here we go. Sunday Night Baseball. We're looking for the sweep. J.J. Weatherholt, 361 over the last 10. We're looking for lucky win number 111. Let's go. 2 lefties. Bubic, Imanaga. Who wins the battle? Imanaga's been great this year. ERA right at 3. 1.1 whip. This is not an easy matchup for Bryant Beach if he's trying to hit 300. I got to stop swinging at the first pitch in these player lock moments. My eye with 2 strikes is great because I'm trying. 0-0, I'm like anything, even in the same zip code, we're swinging. That's not great. 1-1. That looks like a good pitch to hit, and it's just high. Good timing, too. 1-2. 2-2. They got the Mortal Kombat finish him in the back. All right. Good way to fight that off. And a lot of high fastballs so far. He's got a lot of slow breaking balls. Got to be careful of those. There's one of them. That's going to catch the zone. It's a great pitch. I mean, what do you do there? Royals up 2-0. Runner on second is Riley Green. Splitter, hittable up. Good timing. Popped up in the infield.
Up next for the Cardinals,
We have tied it at 2, though. But the dream of 300 is looking like a dream. And not more than that. Early. Man. 8 home runs for us in this series. Obviously got quite a few yesterday. Elevated fastball, 0-2. And that high fastball is tough to ignore. And then he comes like down low with the other stuff. I mean, that sweeper, or curveball, whatever he threw the last time out was an unreal pitch. Good timing, but better location. .300's doable. Just need a hit here. That's not a strike. Just got to take that one. But you just think it's going to come down and catch. 2-2. Come on, Beach. 3-2. The Carter Jensen's going to challenge. I really think this was low. It was. Full count. This is thrown really one pitch in the zone. The other is close. That's the walk. We're still trying to win this game. I know, obviously, we're a postseason team, but we want to just win this game. Chopper from Ellie. He's out at 1, but gets the runners over. Single will score 2 from Chris Valdez. He's been pretty good, but he's going to bat from the right side, which is unfortunately his weaker side right now. Has good power, but contact skills are just better from the other side. 41 doubles for Chris Valdez. Has not played every day, yet is tied for the team lead with 41 doubles, and he's about to work a walk, I would imagine. Three and 1. He's being very patient. I think that's going to load the bases for Gorman, who hits lefties and who is hot. Dangerous. 4-pitch walk for Valdez. Or 5-pitch walk. Here's Gorman. Has 2 ground outs. What a great season. 260. 30 home runs. They got him 0-2. Because they brought in a righty. Fly ball. Shallow left field. That ends the scoring threat. Still 2-2. Damn, I really wish we could have faced Shota still. And the Royals have 7. We'll face the former Yankee Yoendrys Gomez. Early and ripped foul. If Beach gets a hit here, he might be able to hit 300. I don't know the math, but we might find out. That one's going to drop in. Single for Beach. I could see that being 299. Here's Ellie, 0-2. We're down by $1 billion. Okay. I tried to load up the steal, not steal. Sick. Not like we were going to win anyway, but that is frustrating. Need a crazy rally here with 2 outs. Not going to get one. Weatherholt grounds out. Royals win. What a great season for us. We've really turned the ship around. Ivan Herrera with a homer. We really just didn't hit today. 6 hits. Danny Wright with a hit. Beach is going to finish with a 298 average. 299 for Valdez. What a season for Chris Valdez. Who do you guys think was the team MVP? Danny Wright, broken shin? Oh my God. That is a brutal one. We did go 110 and 52. That is a tough guy to lose. That's going to force the cold Joshua Baez into an everyday role. Scott Green. What a season for Danny Wright. Broken shin in the season finale is super unfortunate. He had a crazy year. We'll go over the numbers here before we get into the postseason. Starting with our pitching. Chris Bubich, 3.85 ERA. We'll take that. 18-6 record. A lot of run support, obviously. Overall, I feel like he was actually pretty good. His FIP was a 4.01. I mean, he was solid. Not incredible. Brian Wu, red hot going into the postseason. Over 200 strikeouts, 2.93 ERA, 1.08 WHIP. Awesome numbers. What a signing this was. And he really might go back-to-back for the Cy Young. Better ERA than last year. More strikeouts, fewer walks, fewer home runs, fewer earned runs, fewer runs in general, fewer hits. Better WHIP. No complete games, unfortunately. I don't think they do that in Sim for whatever reason. 2.89 FIP, and complete games are not common, to be fair, anymore. But what an incredible year. Tanner Bybee, 3.99 ERA. He was serviceable, as was Pepio. Not as good lately. 7 ERA in his last 10 starts. That's pretty bad. But he was very good over the course of the year. And Sean Burke, I think, was better in the long relief role. But is Sean Burke going to be worth what we're going to have to pay him? Maybe. He's got 1 year of ARB left. Cade Anderson ended up being pretty good as a starter. The long relief role, which is not him, but pretty good as a starter. 2.98 ERA over his last 10 starts. Love it. Liam Doyle, awful. Relievers, I really have nothing bad to say. Everyone here was either great or pretty good. 70 innings for Bruce Dar and Tyler Holton with a 3.8. I'm okay with that. And then Andres Munoz, for the most part, was awesome. Finishes with 49 saves, 98 strikeouts. Pretty great. Ryan Yell ended up hitting 262 with 13 home runs, 285 and 16 home runs. We really had a full-time platoon going on, and it worked well for us. At first base, Gorman, 30-homer season, hit 259. I'm pretty happy with his development. 343 on base for us. This was his final year under contract. David Duff might be the guy of the future. Now, he's still having a lot of games where he's doing nothing offensively, but lately, he's been good. Last 36 ABs, hitting 250, 317 on base, 667 slug. He's going to slug. So there's great value with that. JJ Weatherholt, pretty bad season. Ended up turning it around, getting hot, finished with an OPS at 819. Had a great final month. Glaber, unfortunately, got pretty cold, but overall had a good season, really only hitting sometimes against lefties. Bryant Beach, what an insane year. Played in 137 games for us, hit 37 home runs, 107 RBIs, 18 stolen bases. The numbers just look insane. He's up to a 94 overall. Power against left is an 88. A little bit cold to end the year, but how can you complain about the year? Sets career highs in everything. 41 doubles, 37 home runs, 3 triples. He had 80-plus extra base hits. Slugged 572, put up 5.3 WAR. Great year for him. Chris Valdez was also incredible. His contact against right is up to 90. 85 clutch, good power. 41 doubles, 2 triples, 27 homers. 17 stolen bases, was only caught 3 times. 5.3 WAR for him. I think we're tied with Beach. I think he had 5.3 as well. In more games, right? More at-bats by 78. Ellie De La Cruz, 37 home runs, 36 steals, 111 RBIs. Hit 266. That's pretty good. 370 on base. Maybe he's our leadoff guy of the future, even though we had Beach there. His WAR, 7.9. That's definitely going to be the highest on the team. Riley Green was a bit cold, but finished really hot. 34 home runs, hit 284. Contact against left is up to a 95. Went down against righties, but he's killing lefties. He put up 3.5 WAR for us. Maybe not great defensively, but the bat plays. Victor Scott, again, amazing. 259 average, 17 home runs, 34 steals. The bat's been good, man. And when he plays the defense that he plays and has great speed, great value. 5.6 WAR. More valuable, supposedly, than Beach and Chris Valdez and a lot of players on the team. Joshua Baez kind of got phased out a little bit, but we're going to need him for the postseason. We're going to need him. Put up 0.8 WAR. Again, kind of getting phased out, but I'm really happy with how this season went. Brian Wu does win the Cy Young. The last start must have solidified it, and Chris Valdez does win Rookie of the Year. Tatis gets MVP. Brian Wu just beat out Hunter Brown. What was his last start? He got the loss. He lost 2 games in a row. 2 earned runs, 3 earned runs. That was enough to launch Brian Wu into the #1 spot. So Brian Wu has won back-to-back Cy Youngs and done so in each league. Has that ever been done before? I'm not sure. Batting title goes to Jose Caballero. Reliever of the award, Palencia gets it over Munoz. I can probably agree with that. Same amount of saves, better ERA. Very close, though. Chris Valdez, your only choice for Rookie of the Year. He had 299 with 27 homers and 84 RBIs. When you've seen the numbers, he was amazing. Weatherholt could not win the Gold Glove over Nico Horner. I guess if they do it on fielding percentage, that's stupid. But I guess what are you going to do in the game? So it's just fielding percentage? I don't know. Scott came close. Valdez, 3rd for Silver Slugger in the National League. So he doesn't win it, but the fact that he's even here with Schwarber and Ohtani is nuts. William Contreras, Devers, Lau, Bryant Beach, Silver Slugger in the National League. And how can you blame anybody for picking him? 298 average, 37 homers, 107 RBIs. Ethan Holiday got 40 home runs, good on him, but it's not Bryant Beach. Ellie does take it home at shortstop. Great signing for us. He's won 2 out of the last 3. 1 with the Reds, 1 with the Cardinals. Tatis, of course. Soto, Andy Pages. We'll see about the World Series and National League MVP. We're coming for it. Bo Bichette wins the batting title. Arjun Nimala. In there you can see who has won Gold Gloves and Silver Sluggers in the American League. A lot of Yankees in there. And we are ready for the postseason. Check out the standings, of course. The Cubs made it at 96 and 66. They're a good team. The Diamondbacks and Dodgers are in. The Dodgers just snuck in. Last wild card spot, and they're going to be dangerous, even though they weren't great. Phillies and Cubs, of course, we know about. Red Sox, Blue Jays, the Yankees don't make it, even with all that talent. Twins and Royals, Mariners and Athletics in the West. Braves, 107-55. Okay. Really interested to see how this goes. Chris Bubich leads the league in wins. Brian Wu leads the National League in ERA and pitching WAR at 5. Ellie De La Cruz had 98 walks. I mean, he was kind of crazy. That's fun. We currently have the 1 seed, of course. We'll play the winner of Chicago and Philadelphia, Arizona, and the Dodgers in there as well. So, let's advance. Let's start the postseason. Let's see who we're playing. It is the Philadelphia Phillies with Logan Webb, Jesus Luzardo, Andrew Painter. This will be a fun one. Taking a look around the league at former Cardinals, Mason Wynn kind of did the Mason Wynn thing. Slugged a bit more. On base, still below 300, average 242. Still around 4 WAR. I'm happy that we went and got Ellie. He is like close to twice as expensive as Mason Wynn, but he's also twice as good. So happy about that. Liberatore actually had a very good season. The best of his career. Posted a 3.46 ERA with a close FIP as well. And 182 innings is like, it sucks that he's doing this with the Pirates, but it was just never really going to happen for us. And Walker really didn't have a spot. I don't even know where he would be now. We traded him, I thought to Milwaukee, but maybe not. I don't really. He's on Tampa now. And he's not playing. It's up to a 74. And I'm sure you guys can tell me in the comments, would you rather have Jordan Walker? This Jordan Walker is 27 with C potential and a 74 overall, or the combination of Joshua Baez, Victor Scott, Riley Green, and Danny Wright? It sucks that Danny Wright broke his shin before the postseason, but we got to figure out a way around it. I think, you go into game 1 facing Logan Webb. Like, Danny Wright is a huge missing piece in our lineup now, where we've got to figure out what to do about this. And it might be J.J. Weatherholt moving back into the outfield, keeping Baez on the bench, and then we'll go like Valdez, Duff, Gorman to second, because he can do that. And then Weatherholt will put back in left field like he did for like a season for us. So that might be the best way to do it. But that is going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.